All right, if you're a dog owner in the Quakertown area, this is for you. We're going to break down a simple, practical way to find a really great local trainer who can help you and your dog enjoy your life together.
You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head, right? I think we've all been there. You see another dog coming down the sidewalk or a bunch of kids run by, and you just want to feel totally confident that your dog is going to handle it well.
And that's the thing about living in Quakertown. Having a well-behaved dog isn't just about knowing sit or stay. It's about being able to feel confident and relaxed while you navigate all the things our town has to offer.
Yeah, and this is what that daily world looks like, right? Think about it. You need one set of manners for a busy sidewalk downtown, but a totally different kind of focus for a hike out at Nakamixon. A really good trainer gets that and helps you prepare for all these real-life moments.
All right, so step one. Before you even start Googling trainers, it's a good idea to take a minute and figure out what you and your dog actually need to work on. So what's on your list? Maybe you're just starting out with the basics, or maybe that leash pulling is just making walks a total headache. Looking at these common goals can help you figure out what success is going to look like for both of you.
And you know, your dog's age really changes the game. With a puppy, it's all about socialization, getting them used to the world in a positive way. But with a teenager, you might be wrangling a whole new set of behaviors. A good trainer is going to know how to adjust their plan for whatever stage your dog is in. So once you've got your goals in mind, it's time to check out your options. Let's talk about the different kinds of training out there and, what they typically cost.
Okay, so group class or private lessons? Which one's for you? Group classes are awesome for general manners, and especially for puppies who need to learn how to act around other dogs. But if you're dealing with something specific, like your dog barking like crazy at the front door, that one-on-one attention from private lessons is probably the way to go.
And here's a quick look at the average costs you might see around Bucks County for 2025. As you can see, group classes are usually the most affordable way to start. On the other end of the scale, you've got things like board and trains, which are a much bigger investment, typically for dogs with more serious behavior issues. Okay, this next part is probably the most important piece of the puzzle, how to actually choose a trainer. Asking the right questions from the get-go can save you a lot of time and trouble.
Seriously, this is the first and most important question you should ask. Their answer tells you everything about their philosophy. You want to build a partnership with your dog, not use force or fear to get them to listen.
And what you're really hoping to hear is positive reinforcement. It's a method that's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see more of. It's not just about handing out treats either. It's about creating a dog who wants to work with you because learning is actually fun for them.
All right, after you've talked about methods, the next thing to ask about is their professional background. And this is interesting because Pennsylvania doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed. So asking about certifications is a really good way to see who's serious about their craft.
So if you see letters like these after a trainer's name, that's a really good sign. You don't have to memorize what they all mean. Just know that they show the trainer has invested in their education and has had their knowledge tested by a professional organization.
And finally, this question ties it all back to your real life. A great trainer isn't going to give you some generic, one-size-fits-all plan. They're going to ask about your life here in Quakertown, your daily walks, and help you build a training plan that actually makes sense for you.
All right, so you found your trainer, you're learning some new skills. What's next? The last step is taking all that good stuff and putting it into practice out in the real world.
And this is a perfect way to think about it. You want to build up gradually. Start on a quiet street in Richland Township where your dog can really focus. Then maybe move to Memorial Park where there are a few more distractions. And then, when you're ready, you can tackle the sidewalks on West Broad Street. It's all about setting your dog up to win.
And of course, while you're out there practicing, it's always smart to remember the local rules. These are just the basics of being a good neighbor and a responsible dog owner, and they help keep our parks and streets safe and clean for everyone.
And really, this quote says it all. Training isn't just about fixing problems, it's about making your entire life with your dog more fun and less stressful, whether you're just running errands downtown or heading out to Nakamixon for a hike.
So you've got a plan. What's that first small step you can take to start building that better partnership with your dog? We wish you all the best on your training journey. Remember, having a well-trained dog makes everything better. Life at home is calmer, you're a welcome sight around town, and it just deepens that bond you share with your best friend and your community.